today we are on London New Street once again, and this is our part 2 video of building the layout. I hope you enjoyed the last one. We had to see all the tracks running, and we still do. I've got a few more updates to show you what I've done in the meantime, but otherwise we'll get on with doing some more scenery. Right, so the first thing you probably can notice now, we've got lights in all our S-Dock carriages, which go all the way along, and also we now have a platform and a working signal, which is on its own sensor. So with our platform, we've got one there, and it will have one where that roundel is the other side. I'm yet to put that one in, as it needs a special bit of wood cutting. So we've got that bit there. That's kind of the track update. We've still got to put in the third and fourth rail, plus on these retaining walls I'm going to weather them up and put some nice graffiti on it. I'm not sure if graffiti's nice actually, but you know. So around the front, that's basically it. I'm currently in the process of installing a CCTV camera setup. So I've got a monitor and a camera, and that will basically be looking down underneath, looking all the way along, so from round the back we can see what's going on. So going round here, not too much has changed since the last video. Got some signs appearing on the back now. Our fiddle yard I'm filling up slowly with some spare trains and some other stuff that will be running on the layout. I can't speak. Got our 68, which is very nice, our Dapol 68, which will hopefully be running around the layout very soon on its scrap set, as on the underground they go around with wagons such as these, empty, and any stuff left over from engineering works with pink or red spray paint on, they pick up. So that's going to be the scrap train, as not many people know about that, so I thought let's do something interesting. Oh, I'm just nearly dying, falling over stuff. We've got our nice tunnel portals done now. They're not all done, they need a little bit more work doing. So that's kind of round the back, and let's crack on round the front with our scenery. Right, okay, now I'm going to be doing my Train Tech smart screens. Here's one of them, the other one's on its way in the post still, so I'll fit that in a couple of weeks time. So this one I'm going to do now. I've done them before, I've got two up the loft, and you have to bear in mind the mounts. You can either get the wall mounted ones or the bracketed kind of style ones, the platform enclosure ones. They're £10 and you have to buy them separately. They don't come with the £50 smart screen, so really bear that in mind. So I'm going to unbox these now and plug them in and do the program. Right, okay, so what we're going to be doing now, we're going to go and work on the building site area, so on the far right hand side of the layout, and start the scenery there. So let's go. Right, okay, so we have been using some chinchilla dust, as you can see over there. It's bathing sand, but it's basically the same stuff. It creates this really nice ground texture, as you can see. I think it turns out quite alright. Now I'm just going to spray it all. Right, so I've got my bottle of 50/50 PVA mix and water with a dash of washing up liquid. So I'm going to seal all this in now, and hopefully that should be dry. And then whilst it's wet, we'll get on to putting the buildings on so they can stick in that as well. Right, okay, that is all done now, as you can see. It's nice and wet, and that hopefully should dry in about 24 hours. So in this time, especially whilst it is wet, obviously because this is an exhibition layout and it will be moved, it's a good idea. Obviously all the buildings need to be stuck, so they won't be falling over in transport or anything. So what I do, I will put a little bit of glue on the underneath and literally plonk it into the scenery whilst it's wet, and it will have a nice firm light hold, if that makes sense. Right, okay, so we're going to grab the items that we want to be stuck in. So we've got our big house, which will go with our other ones, but them ones are done and this one's still in construction. Got some spare beams we'll push into the ground, a little security site office, the fence, and then the ladders and stairs for our porter cabins. So I'm going to sort them out and then take them across and put them on there. Right, okay, so we are going to be using the Scale Model Railway Scenery building site hoarding. This is really good. I used it on Riverside TMD, and it basically is what you get on most building sites, especially in London nowadays. The blue with all the signs on. So I'm going to like customise it a bit. But you do get quite a lot of signs with it, and it's a very simple laser cut kit. Which isn't too bad to build, it's nice and easy. Obviously our last back scene needs to go in here, which is currently here, but obviously it needs the tunnel mouths cut in like the other end. I do have loads of little accessories and people, but obviously that'll be after I've done the main core of the scenery, like what I'm doing now. If we just look, there's no people or little accessories, it's just mainly all the big stuff and the basic scenery. And then we'll do a sweep of all the little stuff after. So I've got loads of like building site stuff. I'm going to have a digger, which I think we'll put in there. Right, I have decided to do my programming track here, just so it's glued on nice and safe. And it's right near where the control will be. I'm going to mount that. It's got its wood literally just under here, so that'll be all good there. And then we've obviously got our storage yards to keep all the trains. Then we'll have a workbench with some Hobby Zone products, which I'll talk to you in another video about, and make a really nice workbench area over there. So yeah, we're getting progress, and obviously that's our sign we're having around the front. Here, so that will go near the station, and yeah, I can't wait. Right, so we've got 4 storage sidings which can hold up to 4 different trains, so we don't have to keep taking them on and off the layout. We can just bring them out and then take them round on a circuit. We've also got the other end done now, so trains can exit, which is the same as this end. As you can see, the S-stocks literally poking out. Right, okay, so currently I'm putting together the Scale Model Railway Scenery trackside drainage holes. These are really good. You've got ones like this. You get loads of spare drains, and then you get loads of the other bits. So you can absolutely fulfill your tracks with drains. So if you do want to get this kit, the code is LX064-00. And it is a really, really good kit. I do recommend it. I've used it on Guernsey Beach, the Loft, Garden Gateway, Riverside TMD. I use quite a few of these. They're just really, really good. So I've done 3 just for now, and I'll do the rest off camera. And we'll go and find somewhere to put our 3 ones that we just did. Right, so we've got a drain there. And then if we move along, we have a drain there, and then we've got our last one there next to our signal, which is working very well. It's got a sensor in the tracks. If I trigger it, it goes back to red, and it's timed the right amount. So a normal train running at a certain speed we run them on, it would have cleared this next signal over here, and then it's normally out of sight. We run them at quite a slow speed, but just to make it prototypical for the underground, because the underground trains don't run very fast. So I've done it in a way so then that waits until the whole train's cleared that next signal. So we've definitely got proper block signalling in place. Right, okay, so it's code 16 nickel silver flat bottom rail. So you get 24 lengths, and this is what you use to go with these sleeper chairs, which are by Pico. And yeah, it's really, really good stuff. Right, okay, as you can see, I've put the 4th rail in the middle of the track. The 3rd rail, which is here, which is being propped up by this van at the moment, is going well. I just need to get some more rails, so I can't do unfortunately any more today. I've still got loads more sleeper chairs, as you can see, so they're all fine. I just literally need some more of this rail, which I will say in a second. Let me just get the packaging and I'll tell you what rail it is. Right, so as I've just mentioned, I did my Tesco Express. This was a Headingley Insurance building, and basically the sign that was on it, which was like a decal, really was like falling off already. So I got rid of it all, put a new interior in the windows to fit the Tesco look, and then got it all off, and then the paint was still alright. It was already blue, which was handy. I did touch in a few bits, and then I added some of the spare stuff out of our kit, some of the spare signs, and put them on there. So we've got one on the front saying Tesco Express, the side, and then if we go around the back, there's one in the delivery bay as well, and in the car park. So yeah, I think that's turned out quite nice. Right, okay, so this is the kit. This is what the box is like. It's very, very thin, the box it comes in. And then if we open it up, obviously I've already used a lot of the stuff. You get loads of these paper printouts, and you can basically make the kit in a variant of your choice. You can have BP, SO, One Stop Shop, Shell. You can have absolutely loads of different ones. Tesco Garage, you can have loads. They're all in the kit. You get really good instructions, as you can see there. Really, really well detailed. Comes with Texaco as well, that's another one. I did also get all of these printed out again. So I've got all the spares, because obviously some are double-sided, and when you print them out and cut them out and use it for your kit, obviously you won't have them again, so if it got wet or damaged, you'd be a bit stuck. So I've got them all photocopied in multiple formats, so then if I wanted to change it, so if I wanted a Spar shop or Texaco, I could, or likewise if I wanted it to be a Tesco Garage, I also could. So in here you get like spare nozzles, and then also in here you can have like different grills on the side. So it'd be like ones such as this. You could have in different forms, and there's a couple on the front which I'll try and get a shot of at some point in a later video. You've got cash points, you've got all different stuff, and then you've got different styles of doors, depending what you want out of it. So you've got like the spare fuel pump handles as well. So these tiny little fuel handles, you have to hook on. So you've got spares of them if any of them were to fall off. So the kit is really, really good. I do recommend it. It's by 4 grounds, and it only cost about £30, I think, from Hatton's, which I think is a really, really good price. And it's one of the main things that I'll be having on London New Street. It's one of the main object buildings you see in your view. Right, okay, so now our building's down, I've got the actual main fuel pumps and like the over canopy to put in. It's all in one modular part, so I'll put that in now. I had the cunning idea to buy it. I got someone else to kindly put it together, and now I'm going to assemble it and put the main forecourt on, and like the over canopy to the pumps, which will be the main part of the petrol garage that will go in this area here. And then obviously you've got all the cars and extra signage we'll put in after. This kit's a really good one. It is by Foreground. I got it from Hatton's. I'll show you the box in a second after I've put the stuff in situ, so you see what the variants you can get, and I'll explain it in a little bit more detail. Okay, so we have got this now in place, as you can see, and I think this kit is absolutely superb. I've got it in the BP variant, so you've got all the fuel pumps, all the hoses, it's got loads of detail on. Right, okay, so this kit comes with the actual BP kind of sign that goes out the front that tells you the prices, so we've got that. It comes with the actual main forecourt and then the actual pumps, etc. And also around the back, if I just get you a shot through, it obviously comes with the BP Connect building with an interior. Right, okay, so we've added some vehicles now which really start making the scene come to life. This bit of wood here obviously is signifying our bridge that will be going along like that, which will be a big motorway bridge, and that's obviously covering the turnaround, so the cars will basically do a U-turn on the Magna Rail under there, so that's why we have to have a bridge there covering that. Right, so as you can see, we're on the station end of my layout. I've put these very nice self-adhesive markings on. As you can see, sorry the lighting is a bit poor in this garage at the moment, which look really good. They were a little bit fiddly, I'm not going to lie, but when you get used to them, they're very workable. Right, if you're interested in the kit details, it's a scale model railway scenery kit. The code is DC022-00. They're really good, you get absolutely loads, more than you'd need. I've got another platform to do the other side where our S-stock is sitting, but as you can see, I think it looks pretty good. So if you do want it, the details are on screen now. So yeah, go and pick yourself some up. They'll be good for mainline railways as well as underground, especially Mind the Gap is literally made for this layout. Right, okay, so back scene is being painted in this sky blue, which is a B&Q one. It's literally just a sky blue. At the moment, we're just putting our first layerings on. As you can see, it's a bit patchy, but by the end of it, it'll turn out like Riverside and literally just all be nice and blue. But obviously, because it's a brown wood, we need to do a couple of coats. Painted the back scenes now, that goes all the way along. See, we've still got this bit of scenery to do, got the Magna Rail still to put in and work. It's all there, just need to put this last bit in and dig it in and put in the motor, which is currently there. And obviously paint the road surface black, do the road markings and add all other little details and that. But it's definitely come into shape, as you can see. We've got our nice petrol garage and church. These are all ready to set lights in the buildings. They've got holes all drilled underneath. And obviously we're having our motorway bridge that will go along here. And then we're having a little enterprise dealership probably there. Right, okay, so on our back scene now, we have our classic stickers we have on each layout, as well as our YouTube channel advertising that. So at one end of an exhibition layout, or even my loft layout, I always have this, just with a little bit of information. So as you can see, it's looking very good. Right, so this area over here, obviously this is the main city bit where the station is. Over here, we're going to have like probably a park this end, and there'll be another railway bridge, a mainline one, going across the single track, which will have a works train on taking the sections. So it'll be like a maintenance scene with loads of orange figures and network rail stuff. Possibly have some network rail vans. We'll either have either side of the bridge our big burger, which will be turned into a McDonald's. So it'll either go that side of the bridge, because obviously the bridge is going to come through like that, or it'll go here, whatever looks best. And then we've got factories as well, and then it will make its way separated by a canal going into probably a park. But if you do have any ideas or suggestions of what else you think I should add, they're my rough plans. I don't really have too much planned for this area. I literally had this all quite confirmed in what I'm doing. It's literally just this area that was like a bit under change, really. I didn't know really what to call it, but yeah, under change, and weren't always set in stone. As you can hear, our S-Stock does have its sound in. Right, I've got some unneeded bits that are going to be going home in my little Amy Junction box I had made. Right, okay, so thank you for watching today's video. I think that's where we'll call it a day. We've made quite a lot of progress in this video, and I will most definitely see you in my next video.